Hey there, Jonathan from Buffalo Modular Homes, and I am on site here in Alden, New York, and behind me is the Villa Maria plan. We get so many people that ask about this house, partially just because the rendering is really, really nice, and you'll see just from this house that they're actually going to finish things in a very similar fashion to how that rendering turned out. So you see why so many people ask about this plan. It's about 1,550 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. This house sits on a full basement. It's got an attached garage, front porch, back porch, the whole thing. Now, we're not quite done. We're really close, but not quite done. So it'll be a work in progress with this walkthrough video, but just due to some of the circumstances with some furniture delivery and things like that, I wanted to do this video now so that you can see it just, with a bit more open space inside. So let's take a walk through. So as we walk up, I wanted to point out a few things to you here. They got the covered front porch, which looks really nice here. You can see actually before, I don't know if you can still make it out here, there's the chimney stack. They're gonna wrap that in stone. And they got this beautiful covered front porch here, spanning out over here to the garage. You see the matching dormer on the garage, which is aesthetic to match the covered front porch, which just looks really, really nice. And these double windows on the front of the house, double window in all 3 of these spots, just pairs out really, really well. I love the dark indigo siding on this house. Man, this is one of my favorites for sure. So as we come up, temporary steps here to the front door. We come in the front door, and take my sunglasses off so I can see something. So we come right into the living room space. You'll see they did a corner fireplace, and instead of venting out the front, which would have been an option, obviously being on the front of the house, probably not something that you really want to do. It is a gas fireplace, but what they wanted to do is they wanted to vent it out the roof. So that's where we see the chimney stack go up. It's got to be above the peak of the house, and we're going to wrap that in stone, which will look really, really nice. So you see we covered the floors because we're still in protection mode here. There's some paint going on and things like that that the homeowner is taking care of. But we come in and we're just kind of open concept here, right? All the way to the kitchen and dining room space. But this is one of those plans that I think lends itself really well to this tray ceiling. Now, Penn West is the factory who's done this house, and they do this tray ceiling, which looks really nice. It doesn't really fit every plan, certainly doesn't fit everybody's style for sure, but in the right plan, it looks really, really nice, and I believe this is one of them. Because I get folks that ask about this all the time, this is an important aspect of it to keep in mind. So you have the higher ceiling here on this side, right? And then you have the drywall coming down, because this is what's able to form the drywall soffits in here, this tray ceiling look. So technically, this actually comes down to meet that, or to make that tray ceiling look. It's not that the ceiling is going up, it's actually coming down in the space. Because if you come around to this other room, it's gonna go up there as well. So you got the nice big double window on the back. They changed this kitchen around just a little bit, not too much, but they did change it around a little bit. But I do like the way this is set up. It's really, it's spacious but cozy at the same time, right? You get the big island in here, sink in the island. Obviously, you could very easily just put the sink over here instead, and then you keep a big wide open island. They did separate cooktop and microwave with a vent on it. Big pantry space here, and then the refrigerator over here. So you have your triangle working space, as is needed for a good work environment. So we come out here again. Like I said, we're still finishing some things out in here, and the homeowner's working on some paint as well. But I wanted to give you a sense for how this kind of comes together. So you have the laundry set up over here, then you have a utility sink here, and then a lot of cabinets in here as well, right? Which is really nice. And they did, which I think this is a great spot for one, pocket door here. Because otherwise, if this isn't a pocket door, you're gonna swing this door, it's gonna sit against this wall, and it's gonna just stay open probably all the time, right? And so it's just taking over space in here, right? So they have a closet here as well. Okay, and you'll see once we get over there that they laid out the master bathroom a little differently than the design online. That's usually the one thing that people usually come to and say, I'm not so big a fan of that master bathroom there. So you'll see what they did here. This is the attached garage. You'll see what they went with the door. It's got some windows on the front of it. It looks really, really nice. Excuse me. And then there's the door out the back. The reason that piece of wood is on there, across that, is because there's no steps out there. And from a code standpoint, if there's no steps down, you got to block off the entrance. You can't just simply lock the door. You got to block it off in some fashion. So that's what we did here. So we're going to come back in. And we come back in through the kitchen, give you a sense for how that kind of comes together. How this is kind of going to flow, right? So let's go in through, let's do the master bathroom here next. Here's the stairs to the basement. So we're currently working on washing out the basement right now, cleaning it all up, so I won't go down there and get in their way. But actually, one thing to point out to you, and you'll see how this kind of plays out, you'll see this staircase, it doesn't go straight down, right? It curves and it comes around, because usually your basement stairs actually usually sit on this marriage wall, right? So this is the marriage wall of the house, the center point of the house. Usually you'll see plans where the stairs to the basement start here and come down. That would have allowed it to be a straight run down. This does not, right? This allows for a hallway space in between. So then because of that, you now don't have enough space to make a straight run down. So you got to turn the corner. Here's a hall closet. And then we come into the master bedroom. Thankfully, my shoes are nice and clean. But I'm not going to move the doors too much because, like I said, they're working on paint right now. So this is an interesting setup here too. So if you remember, the bathroom setup on the floor plan shows that it's got a tub between the two, right? Which is kind of a interesting, we'll say, setup. So they rearranged this, and I think in a really useful way. Okay, so they have the makeup station here with the light up mirror. Ding, there it is. And then that would, gives you basically 3 separate mirrors here. Maybe you like that idea, maybe you don't. Maybe you want to just do a single vanity all the way across. Great, we'll design it however you're looking for. No big deal. Pantry, linen closet or cupboard here. And then this is the closet on the other side, on the utility room side, because we're up against the utility room wall here. Okay, and then they did a nice shower, nice tile shower here with the pan base. Okay. So this is a different way of laying the space out. Maybe this is a good idea for you, maybe it's not. Maybe you really need a tub. Well, great, we can lay it however you like to. But because of that stairwell, you kind of create this interesting closet situation where it kind of tucks in. So you'll see they did actually 2 separate closets. So they have one here, and then they did another closet here. Because if you notice, this is different depth, right? And that's because this is where the stairs come down into the basement. Okay, so let's go around to the other side of the house. So we come through, we have our entrance here again, right? Double window. Gas fireplace, and then this is a 712 pitch, so it's got you got these pull down stairs. Let's see if I can do this without killing myself here. Pull down stairs to the attic space up there. A lot of space, right? And then the hall bath here. Okay, that's the standard curved front garden tub that they do. They've actually just changed that into being a standard now. Previously it was, they do a straight front tub, but they've actually changed their standards to being, that is now the standard, which is great. 1 bedroom here, nice little pale blue and a nice little pale yellow for this bedroom here. So this is the whole house. All right, so 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. You can see how this is kind of laid out. There's another closet space here as well, right? So this concludes our walkthrough video of the Villa Maria home. Like I said, I really wanted to do this walkthrough video, especially without the furniture in here, because there's going to be furniture in here soon. Just, you know, specifics to this particular job in terms of how this is playing out. Usually the homeowner wouldn't be in to do paint and delivering furniture and that sort of thing till after the certificate of occupancy. And even some specific towns wouldn't be okay with that. This town is fine with that, has no problem with that in terms of, you know, helping the homeowners get into their home at the time frame that they're looking for. But I wanted to show you this before all that stuff was in there, so you get a sense for kind of how this space lays out, and before we're moving a whole bunch of things around in here. So great space, really great home, great plan, and a really nice open concept. So hope this video has been helpful to you as you're considering your floor plan, considering how you want your house to be laid out. Maybe it's the Villa Maria, maybe it's something completely different. Reach out to us, keep watching videos, and look through all the rest of these walkthrough videos that we have. They should be really helpful in helping you figure out what a good floor plan is for you and for your home. Thanks for watching.